That should do it, I think, Lori.
So we don't need microphones?
Nope,
Oh,
we have this. This is a new setup
oh, nice.
that we've got, a combination microphone and speaker. And it's very sensitive and picks up a lot better and taking the place of the microphones that we've had. So,
I hide away for 4 weeks and everything changes.
yeah, well, that's progress.
Just so you know, it picks up whispers.
What was that?
It picks up whispers.
Oh, Brian, oh,
Hi,
I
Brian.
didn't think you'd be on. You on a boat down there somewhere?
Yep, I'm on my boat in Lake Powell.
Very good. Well, we'd like to welcome everybody to our planning committee tonight. It's August 2025. We'll call the meeting to order. Larry, could you offer an invocation for us?
Yes, thank you.
And Lori, could you lead us in the pledge?
Sure.
All right. Larry?
Our Heavenly Father, we approach thee in prayer this evening to thank thee for the opportunity to meet together and to learn and discuss issues that relate to our city. Grateful for those in attendance and for their input and their ideas. We're thankful for the freedoms that we enjoy in our nation, and please bless those who lead that they might do so with consideration. We are thankful for our many blessings, family, friends, and neighbors. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
I invite you to join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First item of business is number 5 on our agenda, and it's approval of the July
Did you skip
6th.
4?
Oh, I'm sorry. I do that. Would any of you care to make any comments or statements tonight? There's 2 minutes allotted for anyone who would choose to make a comment about, can be about our agenda items or anything in general that you would like to share. This is our public comment period. Okay. See none from the audience. I don't see any from our zoomed in, so we'll close the public comment period and go to the business discussion. First item is approval of July 16th, 2025 meeting minutes. I was a little late in getting those out to everybody. I sent them out yesterday. Did you have any questions about any of
I
it?
didn't have any questions.
Okay. We'll take a motion on those minutes then.
I move that we adopt the minutes from July 16th, 2025 Planning Commission meeting.
Okay. Is there a second? All right. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Very well. Next item on the agenda is item number 6. It's a request for a zone change from R2 to R119 at 410 South Woodland Hills Drive. This was presented to the city council, and as ordinance requires, it was they passed it on to us to review it and discuss it, and then come back to them with our recommendation, and they will hold a public hearing. The city council will, not us. So that's the purpose we have for some of our public here tonight. Do any of you want to take a minute and share, or how much time you want to share with us what you're looking to do and plans are, if you would just maybe come up to that table and sit down and.
Yeah, I'll, you want me to go?
It doesn't matter.
We can both go.
You got the allotment there. And tell me your name.
Nate got called on last time, so I guess I'll go. We're working together here.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I've done my math really well.
Excuse me, your name?
Oh, Nick Simpson.
Okay.
Yeah, with the development group here, so the Carsons and the Simpsons. We've done our math really well on this project because I had a great math teacher growing up. Right here. So she probably doesn't remember who I am, but.
You'd be surprised. Yeah. She's told us a few stories about some of our students.
I was probably one of those. So, no, that's funny. I saw you and had a little bit of a flashback. Was it junior high or
High school.
high? Okay,
Finish work?
I went to Maple
Maple
Mountain.
Mountain, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I must have been a sophomore.
Okay.
But anyway, so yes, requesting zone change here. I don't know. I actually was absent in the last meeting. Nate took care of it for us, but there's an existing parcel here with an existing home. We'd like to leave the house that's there and create 8 more close to 1 acre lots. The smallest lot here is it's a 0.7, let's see, 0.78, yep. But the rest of them are, much closer to 1 acre lots. So, yeah, what questions do you have for us?
Okay, as I understand it, even though your request to rezone is to an R119, this, as shown on this proposed plat here, would be the size of the lot.
Correct.
And it exceeds then the 19,000 square foot. That's important for others who will be looking at that and listening to this too. So there's a condition that we could put on or make a recommendation. Again, city council is going to make the decision on it, but there is a condition we can recommend that these acreage in these lots remain as they're showing on the plat. So that we wouldn't have any 19,000 square foot lots. It would be as indicated here that they've proposed to us. So that's one option that the city has to recommend, or the council to decide on that. So this lot number 1, that's the one with the house on it, if I'm correct.
Correct, yep.
Okay, do you all know where this is generally in the city? Yes, off of Woodland Hills.
Who are the people that sold it? The Garricks?
Garrick's, yeah, and it's been sitting vacant for quite some time.
I have a question. So does the house have the driveway that goes, so there are kind of 3 entrances onto Woodland Hills Drive?
Correct, yeah. So the house would still access off of Woodland Hill Drive.
But the other parcels around would exit through as you show here on the road.
Yeah.
That becomes kind of a significant thing because we do, as much as possible, try to limit the driveway traffic in and out of Woodland Hills Drive from a
Yeah,
safety
and-
standpoint.
I mean, we would prefer to leave it that way. I guess if worse came to worse, though, we could
connect it
access
onto the,
off
you
of
know,
this
off the other-
road.
the south road.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there's a swimming pool it'd be the north side. So we couldn't access it there, but we could come from the other side pretty easily.
So the
Okay.
pool and tennis court, are they staying?
The tennis
Trying to
court
keep
is
it-
not.
Tennis court's
Can
leaving,
you-
but the pool's gonna stay.
Could you move the tennis court to my house?
Yeah, we have plans for that.
For my feature, probably. You have to piece it back together.
Well, all the concrete. Hey, that's on record. She's taking all the concrete.
Oh,
Very good. Are there any other questions that,
The only thing I was, after seeing the plat, is how many entrances are we gonna gain? 2 more entrances backing out onto Woodland Hills? It just gets crazy.
Yeah.
It
So
would be-
really, I mean, if that was something that you guys wanted to propose is requiring lot one to access off of one of these other streets, then you would only be gaining one access point, right?
Just have two total.
Two
right?
total, so,
But you'd be losing the one off the driveway, so you'd only be gaining one.
yeah.
Oh, we'd only have one more than we have.
One more.
Yeah, it would still just have two total.
And the way it's designed, they won't have to back into Woodland Hills, correct? They can pull out.
There would be a stop
There's a-
sign, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
which is.
and that's an important thing to
Yeah,
note.
just knowing how cars go up and down that, I would probably want that
Yeah.
for you guys.
Yeah. So we're gonna be faced with quite a few stop signs along Woodland Hills Drive in the future with road plans that the county and state have on Woodland Hills, not necessarily in our city, but further to the north as that goes. I think there's five, not stop signs, 5 lights
Oh, wow.
that they're looking to put in there over time
Yeah.
for traffic, so anyway. it's something
And those
to-
roadways would be a private roadway, it wouldn't be public, correct?
No, it'd be along Woodland Hills Drive. I mean, these are private, yes,
Right, that's what I mean.
yes.
Right.
Well, let me
Wait,
back
these
up.
are
No,
private
No, they would,
drives, or this is a city
these would be
road?
public
City
streets.
road.
They'd be dead, yeah.
They'll be
They would
public.
Dedicated.
Come out on
Okay.
with a cul-de-sac back in there, just like any of
So
our other
if they're
streets.
public, our ordinances don't require a sidewalk, correct?
Correct, over here, they don't, so they won't be sidewalked.
Okay. But they will be wide enough to be a public road.
Yeah.
Yes,
The way it's designed is per, that, it's a 56-foot right of way there.
Yes.
So. And I believe it just has the curb apron on the edge of the asphalt.
Okay,
there may be some rock line ditches that are part of that right of way.
Yeah, that's kind of,
I think it looks like a good way to divide that.
Are there rules about how many entrances are allowed on?
No,
No,
Oh,
there aren't.
with the property just below that, we subdivided that, 3 years ago? From,
Yeah, but it hasn't been developed.
no, it hasn't ever been, but we also required them to limit it to 1 or 2 entrances,
Yeah. Coming onto Woodland Hills Drive.
just as a safety issue.
Yeah. That makes sense.
so if you blocked off either one of those, could you just make the lot bigger and just have a longer, I mean, it would take them longer to get to their house?
Yes, I mean, you could. I don't think that you would want to though. I mean, just for the flow of traffic, it makes a lot of, I think the biggest concern is lot one having the driveway to Woodland Hills Drive. And I would be in favor, I mean, you don't want people backing out onto that street,
yeah,
especially when
if you
there's
did
an
that,
easy solution.
you would create a deadhead situation at
Yeah.
at the end of one of those.
It's like your snow plows,
Plows and,
Yeah,
yeah.
fire trucks and.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yep.
No, I think it's pretty well designed.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, I'll take a motion on this proposal. If somebody, if the motion wants to include a condition, that's up to whoever's making the motion. On it, the condition being, as we talked about, limiting it, these lot sizes to what they're showing on the plat and not scaling down to 19,000 square foot lots.
I'll make a motion to request a change for zoning R-2 to R1-19. 410 South Woodland Hills Drive. And would recommend that we leave the lots as shown on the detail and limit the amount of entrances to 2.
Limit them to 2.
Yep. We'll end up with 2. The way it is, or would be.
Okay,
I'll
So
second
you-
that. Oh,
okay, Lori, second. just so I understand then, what the motion is to work the existing driveway into one of these other access roads
Correct.
coming out.
Correct.
Okay,
That's what you understand as well.
Correct, yeah.
all right. All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that recommendation will go then to our city council. And they will hold a public hearing on it, solicit it, and those individuals who you provided the addresses for that are around the area, they'll be notified also of that public hearing and an opportunity to either write or to come to it and express their views about it. And then that'll be the same night that the council votes on it. We make a recommendation to the council.
Yep.
And then they'll vote on that recommendation, or they may disregard our recommendation
Yeah, they might throw it out the
and
door.
do something different.
Yep.
It's been heard to be done before, so, anyway, that's the process from here moving forward on it.
Excellent.
So have you guys already closed on it and everything? It's pretty much.
We close next week. So,
So council is August 26th, I think.
I believe so.
I think so,
Yes. And for your information too, it's a little unusual because the property's not in their name yet, but we solicited a letter from Garrett's and they support this. And so they were fine with this other entity coming in and making this recommendation
Yeah.
for it. So just so that you're all aware of that.
Smart way to do it.
Thank you. Very good. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. You're all welcome to stick around or leave or whatever. Thank you. Very good.
good to see you, Ms. Thomas.
Good to see you.
See ya.
What about that C you got? How about changing it now? Very good. Okay, next up is Summit Creek, G1 Phase B is in Boy. Here tonight is Bucky Gay to introduce that to us. Bucky, why don't you come up to the table and just kind of give us an overview.
Well, I wish Lori would have been my math teacher. My math teacher wasn't as nice.
Well, there's some kids that would say I wasn't very nice either, so.
So, this is what we're submitting for is final plat on our next phase. That's part of our development agreement. So the preliminary
Hang on a
plat.
minute. Hey, could excuse me just a minute? This is a really sensitive mic and it's picking up your conversation back there, so thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so this, what we're submitting for is final plat on our next phase. It's part of our development agreement. We have a preliminary plat approved for this, plat as well. We're now wanting to make the improvements, and part of the process that's outlined in our development agreement is that we then go through the process of final plat approval, and that's what we're here to do tonight. I think there's some minor changes from the preliminary plat. It's mainly comments back from the engineer, except we did remove one lot out of the plat. I think it's lot 237. And we plan to plat that lot with our last phase. And the reason why is we were studying the topography of that lot with the details of the elevation of the road. It was gonna be pretty steep to get a driveway. It would have met the city's requirements. It just would have been a steeper driveway than most customers would like. So working with the engineers, we can get a driveway up from the bottom and come off that future road, and it'll be a lot better entrance to the property that way. So Wayne and the engineer had some feedback for us. I think it was lot 239 didn't have enough frontage to meet the city codes, so we pushed that further. And, I think everything else mirrors the preliminary plat. So all of the water has been deeded to the city now for these lots. And, I can't think of any other details. Can you, Wayne, am I missing anything?
Just from a reference standpoint, do you see lot 246 down to the bottom of the page? That circle there is where their current cul-de-sac is for Eagle Nest Drive.
Yeah.
And that will be removed
Mhm.
and come out and the road extended. So that's just kind of a reference point of where it's all below to, as in essence, to the west and north
Mhm.
of the property there. So it's been to our engineer twice. First review, there was a few things that needed to be followed up with.
And you had those in the notes that you sent to us, correct?
Right, yeah. So that's all been addressed and resolved and this is the one page then from those changes having been made with it. So any questions that anybody
You
has?
plan on starting right away? Is it trying to break ground before winter or is it spring? Or-
Yeah, so you'll see that there's a big off-site sewer that we've gotta do. I mean, if everything goes as planned, which it rarely does, we would get that off-site sewer done and the retention ponds
What
done.
does that mean, off-site sewer?
So, there's a sewer, I wish I could bring it up on your big screen up there and show you, but there's a sewer that goes, yeah, do you have it up on your?
Isn't this one right here, right?
Yeah, I'll show you on my laptop real fast.
I can't pull it up.
I actually have it right on the page. I don't know how well you can see this. But this is the property we're developing up here. And we have to run an off-site sewer down into this canyon.
Oh.
And it has to go out, clear out by the mail house that's down there. It's
That's where the tie-in is, clear down there.
it's the only way to
So
get.
that's off the hillside into Loafer Canyon?
No,
Oh.
no, so Summit Creek Drive, just to the west of Summit Creek Drive, all those houses. Behind those houses is a canyon.
Right, okay.
And we have to run an off-site sewer off the next hillside down into that canyon and then take it all the way down by the mail house.
Sewer line.
That's the only way we can get the sewer to flow from all those lots back to Summit Creek Drive and then down to Payson Sewer Treatment Plant, but
So do you have to go up and then back down? Or
no,
it flows down?
it's all gravity.
Okay, just have to cross.
See that?
Every other way that we tried to get it out, it would have needed a pump. And the city doesn't wanna deal with that. We don't wanna deal with that. And so it's all gravity. It's just gonna be a really,
Did we have a pump on those two lots where the one road was too steep and we had to redo it?
In Summit Creek area or?
Yeah, it didn't belong to Summit Creek. It was those two.
And by
dead-ends.
Severin or something?
Pardon?
By Severin?
No.
Eagles
Just
Nest.
off of Loafer Drive, there are those two roads that were approved by previous administrations on slope, and we had to go in and
Huh.
rectify that. And when they put in the sewer, didn't they have to go up and then back down?
I think so.
I
think
don't-
so.
I'm not sure.
I vaguely remember hearing about
It
that.
may have.
And there were three properties down at the bottom, or maybe four, that were too low, so they had to install pump systems in their building.
Up to the
Up
road,
to the
I know that on
Push it up.
Eagle's Nest, there's a couple homes that have to lift them.
Lifted.
There's a lot of houses in Woodland Hills that I'm aware of that they have to pump the sewer from the basement to the road. But I think those two cul-de-sacs you're talking about Yeah, I think you're exactly right. They have to pump the sewer back up the cul-de-sac to Loafer, and then it flows down Loafer to Summer Creek Drive and
Does it
down.
flow, or does it flow through those two canyons? I
No,
mean, no, it goes to Loafer then, huh?
yeah,
That's a big pump.
yeah. It's pumping
When you don't
about
want to fail.
5 or 6 houses
Yeah,
of sewer
yeah.
out to Loafer Road, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't have that.
So you're not tying in at that cul, are you starting at the cul-de-sac or you're starting just at that upper lot and then taking?
Yeah, so the offsite sewer, so the cul-de-sac is right there.
By 246.
246 and 220, right?
Yeah, and then this is the road we just put in. I don't know if any of you've been over there recently, but so there's the cul-de-sac at the end of Eagles Nest. There's the road we just put in, that the road connects. The offsite sewer has to come right here. I don't know if you can,
I can see it on this.
yeah, so it's kind of like in the middle, halfway through the road.
Okay.
So since you're disturbing the dirt to put in the off-site sewer, are you gonna put a trail on top of it and make?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Just
part
don't
of what
call
the
it-
city engineer requires is a 10-foot access for the city to be able to access that sewer line, you know.
I was thinking you could make yourself a bike trail or something, but don't call it the sewer trail.
Yeah, we won't. But yeah, it'll be all of the trees that we have to excavate out, we'll mulch it and, you know, turn it
So will
into.
it go through the open spaces or?
Mhm, yeah,
Okay.
yep.
And what is the plan for, because you've got 5 acres there, more than 5 acres, correct? On those 2 open spaces?
Uh-huh.
And it's just going to be a meadow or?
Yeah, just wildlife corridor.
Okay.
And that's addressed in our development agreement too, so.
That's gonna be exciting going down through that canyon, isn't it?
Yeah, we spent a lot of money with engineers trying to figure out a better route and we just couldn't. So, and we, you know, when we're long gone, we don't want there to be problems with, it was important to us that it was gravity. It flowed by gravity, not pumps and electricity and all that, so.
Yeah, gravity is a builder's blessing.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, it can be.
Sooner occurs.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions? You mentioned, are you looking to finish this out with one more phase when the time comes?
Yeah, so after this plat, after we sell through those lots, then we'll only have one phase left after that.
Okay,
So that'll be that next road that goes in. So,
So are you almost 100% sold out then now, or?
yeah, so the total master plan is at like 135, 140 lots, and we have sold right around 80, something like that. So, and this is where you get to the part of the development that it just, you know, goes quicker and quicker. So, but it's, the only thing that's a question mark right now is just what the market is. 1 month it's doing good, the next month it's, everyone's sitting around like ducks in the water, you know?
yeah,
I brought up in staff meeting the other day that the city has, maybe we were just talking, the city has property adjacent to some of your property in Jason Hanks. And I thought, why do we have that? You should look at buying that and developing it if it's workable. I don't know.
houses on stilts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's
It's
down in
north,
that,
yeah, down in the canyon. I don't know if that's even buildable.
Yeah,
I was just looking at paper, so.
yeah, I'm not sure either.
not a-
Yeah. Yeah, well, we love it, so we love Woodland Hills, and the day that we've sold through our last phase, I think will be a little bit of a heartache for our team, so we might be knocking on some farmers' doors in the area.
Very well. Any other questions or any concerns?
Please.
I think this from the engineer standpoint, this is, I think, one of the smoothest ones we've had to go forward with the preparation, everything that was done by Summit Creek, and the things that he brought up, you know, were just kind of minor things, nothing major, so a few adjustments here and there, that was it.
Yeah, Wayne and Ted and the current engineer, DeMille have put us through the ringer on getting our engineering right and our plats right. So,
Yeah, it's been a good review, so. All right, I will take a motion on this plat.
I will make a motion to approve Summit Creek G1 Phase B.
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. We're a little up in the air whether this needs to go to council or not. We're under our old subdivision ordinance, which requires it to go to council. And the new one doesn't, but we're operating under the old one with the development agreement, so
yeah,
it likely will go to council for
Okay.
their approval, and I'll talk to Jody tomorrow and see how the schedule's going for the next council meeting to get it on. Are
okay.
you, let me ask, are you anxious? Okay,
Yeah, we're hoping to break ground in the first part of September to start doing the
Start working on
offsite
it.
sewer
okay,
and, you know,
what's all we can do?
yeah, so if we can, great. If, you know, we'll take whatever we can take at this point.
Okay.
So,
Well, knowing that you're anxious, that helps, so,
yeah.
very good. Okay, thanks, Bucky.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate your time.
You bet. Thanks.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Very
Um,
happy seeing you. I bug Lori a lot at the office.
The next item that I wanted to cover is 8. It's a change in our ordinance that allows the city, we have water rights, and we're able to exchange those. If somebody is doing subdividing, whether it's Summit Creek or private party, we have some excess to what we're using. Now, we can't sell them, but we do what's called in lieu of fee. So they would contribute the value of the water right to the city. And the city then would allow them to use one of the water rights that we have, or not one of them, or several of them, whichever the case is. So we learned this week that requires a public hearing to make that kind of a change in our ordinance, because it's considered a land use application. So I wanted just briefly to talk about it tonight, to answer any questions that you might have. But it will, we'll have to, you'll have to have a public hearing on it, and then we'll vote on it and then send that to the council, because they would have to vote on it as well. So, but that's the theory behind it. We've got some additional water that we're not using and it's available. So we would have to try to figure out an equitable cost to charge somebody if they wanted to go that route. Now, if they have their own water and want to bring it into the city, that's fine too. But the city will have water available that it can be used by a person who's needing water in the city for development for their lots.
So,
All the lots that are platted already, they've already got waters
right,
dedicated for that.
so it would be in a situation like we talked about in this earlier,
With the Garrick
the
property,
Gary property, that would be, does that have, will it need more shares?
Yes, They have
So
one
that would
water
be-
share with the
Well,
house.
that's what I was thinking.
that's
it's
there.
just one. So
So
then
they
in a
don't
case
need
like
water
that,
shares for the rest of lots.
that's where they could be used.
Yeah,
So are you taking public comment or?
sure, go ahead.
So a developer could basically buy the water right from you, not, they wouldn't keep it, but they would pay for it and then that would count.
Yes,
Yeah, that's pretty, I mean, I know not all cities do that, but there's a lot. that do,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Most do.
they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, that's very nice from a developer's
Kind of
standpoint.
convenient.
Yeah.
Just makes it easier.
And I know the talks that we've had with the city, we want to make it competitive, not high or low, but kind of whatever shares are going for out there and when the time comes, use that price. Yes, Spencer?
Spencer Wells, Spring Drive, what does the city currently do? I know that we've got an excess, have we always had an excess, part A? And two, what do we normally do that we're gonna have to change the code?
We normally have required the developer or person who subdivides their lot to acquire a water share outside of the city environment. Canal companies sell them, farmers sell them, people who have them sell them. But it has to go through Division of Water Rights, the State Division of Water Rights, in order to come to the city. So we require that. That's what we've done in the past. And as we've done some assessment and looking at our current water situation, we've determined that we have excess to what we're using or would use. So that's what's prompted this other alternative.
To see if I understand this right, I've got a 2-acre lot, and this is hypothetical.
Sure.
I appeal to the planning commission, city council, they say I can subdivide my 2-acre lot into 2 1-acre lots because the one has a house on it and was built on that lot. The additional lot, I would have to go to a canal company or however, if we didn't have this, purchase 1 share or whatever it is that I would need for that vacant lot, go through the transmittal process to then put it on the lot. Is that correct?
Yep, exactly.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I understood
Okay.
how we've been doing it, because that's, yeah, I know that water rights is kind of the bane of existence for most people that are in city governments or
Yeah,
subdivision building or whatever it is. And so,
Oh, sorry, I was just saying to find a water that the state will allow to be transferred to the area, it can take a year.
And you can't- they have basins that they work in. You can't go to Cache County and get a water share up there and bring it down here.
that was my next question.
So-
So if I went out to Duchesne or someplace and Strawberry or wherever, I can't take that water right, move it here.
Now, Strawberry, you might be able to,
Okay,
okay?
We're on that drainage, aren't we?
Yeah, it's in, I
that's
don't
fine.
know
I was just
exactly
using that
how,
as an
but they have these
example.
drainages defined, and you have to get a water share from that drainage.
okay.
Or as they call it, Utah Lake.
Basin, okay,
So,
okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, so do you have any questions about that we're gonna be,
I think it's great.
Do we
it
know
takes a
what-
change in our ordinance to do that.
know what current values of a share are?
They've varied anywhere from $4,500 up to $6,000,
Okay,
a little
so
bit
they're
more
quite
maybe.
valuable, and
That they are.
we do have 150 in excess of.
No, I don't know that we've got that much.
Now, does one home need 1 share, or is it like half acre feet or something? Isn't it
We need
something?
0.90 acre feet.
0.90.
And we just refer to that as a share. Actually, it's kind of a misnomer.
That's called a
And
share.
we call that a share, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Spencer?
Next question, because when I read the agenda online, I was like, I want to get to know this more. If I have 2 acres, but only 1 share because there's only 1 house, am I gonna be able to purchase another share from the city with what you're talking about, whether I develop it or not? It would be
If
opened up
you,
for the other individuals, does that make sense?
I don't know, I think we're going to hold on to them for the development of that lot.
Okay,
Now, if you want to go out and buy another share of water and just have a share just in case or whatever, you can certainly do that.
but I can't buy it from the city. at this
Correct. We
point.
would
Okay.
reserve those shares for developers in the city. I mean, I'm presupposing,
Yeah, right.
okay, so,
Okay,
but I would venture that that's the way the city will
okay.
proceed.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah. Any other questions? That I just wanted to kind of make you aware of that as we go forward. And our attorneys have been looking at they've helped craft the ordinance changes, make sure we're,
So we'll be looking at that maybe next meeting or?
it could be, yes. Yeah. We were gonna put it on the agenda thinking we didn't need to have a public hearing. We would take a vote on it tonight and go to the council with it. But in the meantime, the attorneys have come back and said, no, you need to have a public hearing, so. Okay. The next item that I want to discuss with you all, just to kind of acquaint you a little bit, to know where we're at on this, on the 2026 budget for the city. A month or so ago, the council met and approved a tentative budget. And this is the process. It's required by state code that the city meet and approve a tentative budget, and then there'd be a public hearing, and then the city would adopt a final budget after they've had further input from the public having to do with that particular budget. Now, initially, the city thought that they were going to increase the tax rate a bit, as they're allowed to do in compliance with state code. As they got looking at it further, they started to decide against increasing the tax rate. And they had a meeting a week ago, I guess it was, on the 12th, a public hearing again, where they took public input and had a discussion about the budget. There was a couple of alternatives that the city has put together, and they decided to not do the tax increase. A lot of this centers around the issue of road maintenance in the city. It's sorely lacking. And Ted has put together a program within 7 years, all the roads would get some form of attention that's needed for them. A study was done, the company came in and said, this road needs this, this road needs that, this road needs this. And so Ted has assembled that information, and a time-wise as well. Their original timing was a 7-year program to take care of all the roads in the city. And so that's one of the options that's available. And that the city feels that they can accomplish that with the budget process and some savings withdrawal during these 7 years to address all the roads to one degree or another that need attention. So decision hasn't been made by the council yet of which way they're going to go. There's another option that's being considered, and that is to get a loan from Zions Bank. We've got them in the past, and generally they're at a low interest rate. A couple of years ago, we got a loan at 0 interest rate, but that's off the table now, that kind of a loan. But that's another possibility too, to fund the road work that needs to be done, is to get a loan as well as use some savings, and then to move forward that way without any tax increase. So
Have they tied down the interest rate or they?
They have, they're
haven't
still,
yet?
they haven't, and Zions Bank said it'll be a month before they are able to come up with a solid interest rate for us. So that's been one of the little hangups, is that some of the unknowns out there for a loan to be able to, if that's what the city wants to do.
Makes it feasible.
So this next council meeting, which will be, what's the date, oh Lord, you know, it's the end of this month, fourth Tuesday,
28th?
28,
7, 28.
It's a Tuesday night, right?
yeah,
26th.
26th, okay.
26th.
They'll be talking about this and quite possibly making a decision then on which of these budget alternatives they want to take, but none of them will necessitate a tax increase.
Now,
Now, the taxes may have increased if the value of the home has gone up. That's something we don't control, but
That's
there won't
county.
be an added that the city says, well, we're gonna collect another 5% or something like that. It won't be that. And we've all got our tax notices, so. But that was considered initially. In fact, there was discussion of a 10%.
I think
tax
on our tax
increase.
notice, doesn't it show that?
it did.
But that isn't, it wasn't this, it wasn't these.
It was the proposed.
Right, it was proposed.
Preliminary tax notice.
And the city has decided not to pursue that alternative. So it'll likely be money out of savings and stretching it out for 7 years, or getting a loan now and doing it maybe in 3-4 years with the loan payback. So those are the things that the council's going to be talking
Well,
about.
they talked about the loan. I thought it was even quicker than that. Brian, do you remember what the time frame was on that? On the
Yeah,
loan
so,
also?
so most of it will get done, within just a couple of years. We've got quite a bit scheduled already for this year. And next year, we'll probably complete the majority of that. We do have a bunch of roads that are water, that need new water lines, and that will be done with those. So we're trying to secure water loans, which is a whole different budget. It's an enterprise, budget. So we're trying to get water loans to do those other roads, and then we'll have everything done probably within 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, now, and
That's nice.
when they say not increasing the taxes, is that just for this year? Or are
Yes,
they
this
guaranteeing
year.
for, okay,
Every year we'll go through,
okay.
cities go.
I thought, are they
through
saying that
this.
for 7 years, no tax
Oh.
increase?
Yeah,
So
I'd vote
the,
for
the proposal,
That probably won't
the
happen, I
proposal that
guess.
was put
yeah,
together,
well, it could, next year, you know, a new council, a new mayor. So that's why they have the public hearings, then for the public to have input into decisions they're gonna be making and say, hey, remember last year you told us da 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 da, and now it's not that anymore, and et cetera, et cetera, so.
Hmm.
Anyway, I just kind of wanted to bring you all up to date with those, with that issue, with the budget issues. So,
I really like the way Ted laid that out. I was at that meeting. And that map that he made of everything that was to be done at certain times, it made sense.
He's
Yeah.
good at explaining,
Yeah,
yeah.
well done.
He got some good
he
training.
was on a cruise, by the way, on that night.
Right.
But he did his
That served
homework
him right.
before.
That's right.
He got good training because he was on the planning commission. for
There you go.
Right.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah. it's good.
And he had Lori for a math teacher.
Really?
No, I did not teach that. But there's a guy that has done roads up here. I can't remember what company he's with that I taught. Do you remember him, that tall Kendrick? I don't know, there's several, I run into students here and
Yeah,
there, so, yeah.
Yeah. Come in, you look kind of familiar,
A lot of them change so much, even if you teach them as 10th or 11th, even 12th graders, 4 or 5 or 10 years later, they're completely different.
Yeah, They remember the C's, the D's and the F's, so. He's still a goofball they probably were in high school.
No, this kid, he was smart, I remember. No.
Okay, is there anything else that's just for information?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay,
I'll second it.
motion to adjourn. John. Lori second, all in favor?
Hi.
Aye. We are adjourned.
I need to turn it off first.